Okay, so steps 1 to 9 basically is your preparation. It's basically gathering of all the data and getting all your information together so that you have a basis from which to work from. In your tutorial letter, step 10 is your actual write-up. Step 10 asks you to write a report on your experiment in which you draw specific conclusions. So I think it will be helpful to just talk about writing in general, actually, because this is a specific type of writing where you are required to be very structured. You must have in your write-up an introduction, you must have a body, and you must have a conclusion. Okay? These three components are not negotiable. They may not have those titles, those names, but you need to have those three aspects. So once steps 1 to 9 are complete, you have all the information. Now you need to very clearly and very concisely and in a structured academic framework explain to us what you have done. It's quite simple. So in the introduction, you're going to explain clearly what you are going to do. Okay? What you are going to do. I hope that's clear. Explain what you are going to do. So explain what aspect you're going to research, explain how you're going to research it, and explain the conclusions you are expecting to come to after having done this research. So your introduction gives you a very clear overview of everything that's going to come. That's the introduction, okay? In the introduction, it needs to be clear what the title of your research is, and it needs to be clear how you have interpreted that title. I'll just write how you interpret. Okay? These two things must be clear. So in the example we gave, we said paying of bonuses leads to employee satisfaction. When I say how you interpret it, I mean in the introduction, you're going to explain what you mean by satisfaction. You're going to explain what you mean by bonuses. That might not be clear. You need to explain how you're going to do it. You need to explain what you mean by a survey, what kind of survey you're going to give out. You need to explain what kind of interview you are doing, a one-on-one personal interview with each employee. You need to explain the kinds of questions you're going to ask. Is it a structured questionnaire? Is it semi-structured or unstructured? In your particular research assignment, you need to think about how you're going to do it, and you need to explain in the introduction. So from the introduction, it needs to be clear what you are doing, how you are doing it, and a very broad overview. I hope that's clear. After the introduction, you need to have a body. Now in the body, you need to give the details of your research. You need to give all the information about where you've done the research. All the data must be presented, all the little nitty-gritties like your sampling and the problems with the sampling and so on and so forth. So in the body, you give all the details. Then your conclusion must link back to your introduction. In your conclusion, it's nice to say something like, it is therefore, evident that. Now it depends what your research shows. In our case, it'll either show that paying of bonuses doesn't lead to customer satisfaction or employee satisfaction, or it does. And our conclusion will say, it is therefore evident that paying bonuses in companies certainly does lead to employee satisfaction. And we're going to summarize our main arguments and how our research actually leads to that conclusion. Or it might be the reverse, where the conclusion, where the hypothesis is rejected, and we don't really find that paying bonuses leads to employee satisfaction. So the point being that your introduction needs to say what you're going to do. Your body needs to say in detail how you've done it, and your conclusion needs to tie back to the introduction. In the introduction, you're saying what you're going to do and how you're going to investigate it. Here you're providing the evidence that you've come up with, and here you are coming to a conclusion where you are showing that your hypothesis is either accepted or rejected. So that's essentially what's required. So step 10 asks you to put together, almost in an essay-like format, what you have done, and it needs to be clear to us how you went about doing it. So don't write in point form, it needs to be in the form of a report in prose form. Very often students do that. They just hand in something in point form under those subtitles at the bottom of page 18. That's not what's required. On page 18, the bottom half, those are suggested subtitles which you can use. But it's certainly not exhaustive, and you are not to take those headings and have a few bullets under each heading. It needs to be a comprehensive research report explaining clearly what you've done using this kind of format. Do you want to supplement anything, add anything to that? Okay, so I hope that's clear, and if it's not clear, and if you want anything explained again, or elaborated upon, or supplemented, please feel free to contact us. Saskia's contact details are at the top of the board. The number is 012-429-6233. Her email address is cross@unisa.ac.za. Please contact her. She'll be very happy to deal with any queries you have regarding this. So I hope this was helpful. It was good meeting you, and good luck for the assignments. Thank you.